Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. We begin tonight in the Yukon. The mayor of Faro is declaring a health crisis in the community. The small town is about 350 kilometers from Whitehorse, and it has a population of 440 year-round residents. Faro has been without access to consistent medical services for over a month. The mayor says this is putting his community in a risky situation. Chris McIntyre has our top story tonight.
Jack Bowers is not hiding his growing frustration. He told CBC News one way to kill a community is to take away their medical services. And he says Faro knows firsthand what it's like to be without a health center. In August, the territorial government temporarily closed the health center in Faro due to staff shortages. Earlier this month, the health center did reopen, but on reduced services for emergency care only until September 23rd. Now, Bowers says that with staff shortages and service reductions and no real answer as to when the problem will be resolved, he fears that things will get a lot worse before they get a lot better. CBC News reached out to the Department of Health and Social Services for an interview, but instead of an interview, we got a statement that says the department recognizes the urgency of the situation in Faro and are committed to stabilizing services at the health center through active recruitment. But that doesn't mean much to Bowers and residents of Faro who say they want access to medical care now. Chris McIntyre, CBC News, Dawson City.
Medical service shortages aren't just being felt in the north. Some Canadian cities are taking matters into their own hands to try and solve the problem by putting family doctors on the municipal payroll. Christine Birak visited Colwood, British Columbia to learn more.
When the last family doctor left Colwood, BC, the mayor didn't just look for replacements. He got input and reimagined the job. What if family doctors didn't just work in the city, but for the city? His plan to make them city employees with a salary, pension, and benefits is turning heads across the country, and it could reshape how cities attract and, importantly, retain family doctors.
This is something that a city, a municipality would not normally do. You know,
healthcare is a provincial responsibility, but cities feel the weight of crowded ERs and struggling families. While many cities try to attract family doctors, Colwood's offering is unique.
Vacation covered.
Correct.
Sick days.
Yes.
And admin staff.
Absolutely.
And that's all under the city.
Absolutely.
He's turning family doctors into city employees. That means when a doctor sees a patient, the city bills the province and collects payment. The city covers the clinic costs. Doctors earn a salary plus full employee benefits, including a pension worth over $2.5 million over 30 years.
Good morning, Colwood Clinic.
With the help of a pharmacy owner, the Colwood Clinic opened in February. It can house 8 family doctors. 3 have signed contracts so far, coming from the U.S., Europe, and 1 from Ontario. Dr. Cassandra Stiller trained as a family doctor in Ontario, but didn't have a family practice, which involves running a small business.
With this model, it's all taken care of. Basically, show up to work, your patients are ready to see you.
Patients like Sheila Eldridge couldn't be more grateful.
It was a very emotional experience for me to finally get the relief of having that physician to look after us.
I think Colwood nailed it.
In Orillia, Ontario, about 1 in 3 don't have a doctor. The city has space to open its own clinic, but not the money to pay upfront costs.
We haven't given up on that idea, and we're still looking for alternatives in terms of how to get there.
This health policy expert says not every city can afford to build a clinic. It's the province's job to provide people care based on need, not wealth.
It's important for any community to have family doctors. I think the question is whether it's city's job to find them.
Colwood's mayor feels like he has no choice. He hopes to connect 10,000 residents with family doctors within 5 years. Christine Birak, CBC News, Colwood, British Columbia.
The Northwest Territories is in the process of replacing its Alberta school curriculum with British Columbia's. But some parents say the Lidley-Quay Regional High School in Fort Simpson doesn't have the resources to offer all of the province's course options. Some parents say the lack of choices is leaving students unengaged. Sarah St. Pierre has more.
Being in high school means having a say over what classes you take. Or at least, that's what one Fort Simpson teen thought. before he got his schedule this year without having picked any of it.
I had no strong opinion because they barely told me anything. And so I was just pretty bleak about it.
His mother started reading up on the BC curriculum when she saw his schedule. She says she found a number of classes that could be offered by community members in Fort Simpson.
My suggestion for solution is that the teachers that we do have on hand are to teach the core courses and let the community offer the elective courses BC offers. The cooking classes, the sewing classes, which all can be culturally appropriate.
Education Minister Caitlin Cleveland says community-led courses aren't unprecedented. There are already instances of community partnerships with schools across the territory.
For example, there's a lot of different programming that includes elders in the classroom. There's a lot of programming that includes language experts in the classroom. And so certainly what I would say is please reach out to your DEA, your DEC, your superintendent, and have those conversations as to how those relationships can be formed and carried forward.
Right now, a parent committee is shaping up in Fort Simpson. Its members want to help build the necessary relationships to offer more experiential learning. It's a key part of the BC curriculum, and they think it would help motivate students.
Success is something different for everybody, and we want to make sure that all our students are successful, not just the handful that are neurotypical.
For now, the parent committee is very new. Their hope is to be able to assist both students and the school in a positive way. They're working towards becoming a more formal presence. Sarah Saint-Pierre, CBC News, Yellowknife.
In Nunavut, adding the non-binary gender option to official documents and forms could take between 12 and 18 months. That's according to the territory's Department of Health. Nunavut MLAs voted yes to Bill 78 this week. The bill allows non-binary Nunavummiut to identify as such on their birth certificates. It comes after amendments to the territory's Vital Statistics Act, which governs the tracking of details like births and deaths. In a statement, the Department of Health says the act has a section that allows a period of time to make changes. Nunavut was the last jurisdiction in Canada to create a non-binary option for birth certificates. Bill 78 received royal assent on Thursday. Yellowknife RCMPs say the city is seeing a record low number of break-and-enter reports since 2021, but some still have their concerns. A downtown Subway franchise was broken into earlier this week. CBC spoke with nearby businesses and workers about what's happening downtown. For many, break-and-enters have become all too familiar. Arctic Jewelers inside Centre Square Mall was smashed with a sledgehammer in 2022. That mall has also been the focus of past crime and safety concerns.
I won't say that Yellowknife is extremely different from any other province. Even in downtown, it's a big city. You're talking about like hundreds of people, so you don't see the difference there. Maybe it seems like there's less robbery there or like there's more security there, but that's not the case. It's just there's like fewer people here and you tend to see the negativity more.
For others, Yellowknife isn't what it used to be. One store manager relies on human connection to build a sense of trust.
Everybody deserves a smile. Everybody deserves a welcoming store, and I guess we have to trust people. I guess I trust people, but how do I feel safe? By looking them in the eye and say, "Hi, how are you? What can I do for you?"
As of Friday, police continue to investigate the subway break-in, and no arrests have been made. Natan Obed will remain as president of Inuit-led. He was elected to his 4th term last night. He'll now serve another 4 years in the role. CBC previously reported he was elected for a 3-year term. Obed ran against Kevin Kalutsiak, who has worked in the past for CBC North as a managing editor. Obed previously said he wouldn't run again. He told CBC News earlier this month the change of heart stemmed from current political instability. An Inuit rights advocate in Nunavut says Obed's re-election is good news in uncertain times.
There's so many issues that need to be addressed, like infrastructure, suicide prevention, mental health, family violence shelters. I mean, there's so many things that need to be addressed that have to be corrected. And I think he is very smart. It is smart that we elected him for the fourth time because the world is really uncertain and we need somebody who has great experience.
Obed was elected by representatives of ITK's 4 director organizations. Nunavut's president says Obed is an excellent representative for Inuit at the national level.
While he works day to day, he certainly communicates with the various departments of the Government of Canada, and that is important to us. And he is able to introduce the leadership of the Inuit to the various federal ministers, and most certainly to help us.
For this year's election, Obed made housing a key issue of his platform. He says there's a need to utilize the Inuit-Nunavut housing strategy to its fullest extent. Nunavut's territorial election is just around the corner. Residents will soon cast their vote to decide who will represent their communities. The CBC's Carl Cardinal has more on who's running, what's changing, and what it all means for residents.
So what's different about the Nunavut election this year? Mainly 2 things. The first one is the constituency boundaries. A constituency is a geographic area and the people who live there. Voters in each constituency elect 1 member of the Legislative Assembly. Effective next week, new electoral constituency boundaries will come into effect in 3 communities. If you look at those maps, you will see the boundaries of Arviat, Igloolik, and Iqaluit are changing. The second difference is a new mail-in voting opportunity. For Nunavut youth away from home during the election, such as students, medical patients, minors, travelers, and people in jail. To register, you can complete the special ballot application form and send it via email or fax to Election Nunavut, or you can register online. Once approved, a ballot will be sent your way. The next big date is September 22. It's the first day a person can apply for the special mail-in ballot, and the first day a person can file a declaration of candidacy. So buckle up, Nunavut. We'll keep you updated with weekly videos, and together we'll follow this election till Election Day on October 27. Carl Cardinal, CBC News, Iqaluit.
This fire season in the Northwest Territories is coming to a close, and it's one of the busiest on record. Just under 200 fires burned about 1.1 million hectares across the territory. Fires forced people in Fort Providence and Wati to evacuate, while other communities were on alert. The NWT's manager for wildfire prevention and mitigation says crews attacked fires quickly and aggressively, ultimately keeping communities safe.
We really stopped any structure loss within communities, which is a really big accomplishment in a season which was defined by drought, which made fires much more difficult to control.
Westwick says since 2022, fires have started earlier in the year and lasted longer. He says there are still fires burning right now, specifically near Fort Providence, Fort Simpson, and Jean Marie River. But he says the overall fire danger is decreasing as temperatures cool and moisture increases. A Take Back the Night march happened on Thursday evening in Yellowknife. The movement began in the 1970s. It aims to end all forms of sexual violence. Many residents took part to show their support. The gathering started at Sambake Park, followed by a march through the streets of Yellowknife. Every year, events are organized in more than 30 countries around the world. An article published this week in the Canadian Medical Association Journal raises new concerns. It says Alberta and Canada lack evidence to support the regulated release of treated tailings water into the environment. The CBC's Avery Zingle reports.
In the Canadian Medical Association Journal this week, a group of doctors, lawyers, and water rights experts say until comprehensive studies on health impacts are complete, there should be no release of treated tailings water into the Athabasca River. That river flows into the Great Slave Lake, into the Decho, and then on to the Arctic Ocean. Alberta's energy regulator estimates that tailings ponds contain 1.4 billion cubic meters of fluid tailings and 400 million cubic meters of contaminated water. You could fit 240 West Edmonton malls inside the fluid tailings alone. Fort Chipewyan Métis President Kendrick Cardinal agrees with the report authors in their calls for more research into the long-term effects of oil sands exposure.
Our health is under-researched, but the risks are undeniable. I'd like to have no tailings water release, absolutely none go into the river. We should also have immediate protective measures while research is underway, and a commitment from all levels of government to act on the findings.
Dr. Nicole Redvers says the Fort Chipewyan study is the first of its kind. She says it's needed because industry fails to notify downstream communities about leaks. She says industry understates the extent of pollutants, and of all the studies looking into oil sands, just a few look at human health.
We've just seen a complete lack of effort and funding to be able to adequately long-term monitor the health impacts. It's just never been done.
Downstream communities like Fort Chipewyan have maintained that they believe oil sands pollution is bringing cancer and illness. And the authors say this has kept them from consuming traditional foods.
I don't think industry-backed research that is not independent is going to lead to studies that communities will trust.
In 2024, an aerial survey found that oil sands pollution was 64 times higher than industry has reported. Northwest Territories ER doctor Courtney Howard says without traditional knowledge, scientists are constrained by small sample sizes in downstream communities.
The Alberta Cancer Board looked into cancer rates over a decade ago now in Fort Chipewyan and found higher than expected overall cancers and levels of cancer of the blood and lymphatic system, biliary tract, and soft tissues.
But the board said those findings could be attributed to chance, increased detection, or actual increased risk. Dr. Howard says scientists will continue to struggle to get usable results if they don't incorporate traditional knowledge. Alberta's Environment Minister Rebecca Schultz declined CBC's interview request. In an emailed statement, Press Secretary Ryan Fournier said Alberta takes environmental protections seriously. He says Alberta's Independent Oil Sands Monitoring Committee has recommended the federal government speed up its regulations to allow the release of treated tailings water. Avery Zingle, CBC News, Yellowknife.
The Canadian Institute for Arctic Security and the Whitehorse Chamber of Commerce are preparing for an Arctic summit in 2026. The summit will bring together leaders, investors, and policymakers from around the circumpolar north. It aims to capitalize on the increased attention towards Arctic sovereignty.
It's about continuing to build the knowledge in the North. Like our mission statement is to make people aware of the threats and opportunities that exist in Arctic security. So describing threat landscapes, what to look out for, how to build resilience, and then the opportunities goes back to what we were talking about on how building infrastructure, where's there an economic spot, whether that's building actual buildings or building enabling infrastructure for more secure operations, or that's looking at new and innovative technologies that can feed into Canadian security environment, sensors, testing, drones, all these things that I think need a northern component and need proving in the north that they're going to be operable and useful to folks who are trying to keep us secure.
Registration for the summit opens in October. It'll take place next February in Whitehorse. It's clam season in Nunavut, and scientists are working with Inuit groups to identify gaps in clam research. They say studying clams is essential for culture and nutrition, as well as mental, social, and environmental health. But they say Inuit knowledge needs to be included in the scientific literature. Tharsha Ravichak-Ravarthi reports.
Researchers say scientific publications on clams are missing their significance to Inuit culture and well-being. They looked at thousands of scientific papers dating back to the 70s, and they found most research didn't include Inuit knowledge or Inuit involvement. Stephanie Gerund is a research assistant with Nunavut Silarasi. She is working with Inuit groups in Iqaluit to fill those gaps in knowledge.
There was all this research being done on clams, but so little of it was talking to anybody in the community and was integrating any of that knowledge. So I would say that is probably the most important next step.
She says previous research has typically looked at the biological aspects of clams, using them as environmental daters.
It's important that clam research includes Inuit knowledge to get kind of a more complete understanding of how it impacts communities and ways to adapt and promote health and well-being.
Teresa Kunu is a co-author and member of Nunavut Silarasi. Kunu echoes the significance of bringing scientific findings with Inuit knowledge and has advice for researchers.
The advice I can give is to ensure that they do lots of community engagement, especially in the community that they will be studying, ensuring that they collect the right terminology, the right information.
Jaron says future university research studies should be Inuit-led when working in Nunavut, and they should include a plan to share their findings with the Inuit communities involved in the studies. Darsha Ravi Chakravarti, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Theater in the Bush returns Saturday night in the Yukon. This is its 15th year. Visual and performing artists create original pieces of work, then perform them in the woods south of Whitehorse. The show has become one of the hottest tickets in town. The CBC's George Moratis ventured into the woods to meet the show's creator.
Theater in the Bush is an event that takes place where I live, on the 2.5 acres around this property. And we invite 7 artists to come and do a performance. And they draw a location from the hat. And then they have 1 week to make their show in that spot. Then the audience comes on the night. We divide the audience into groups. And then they go around and they see those 7 shows over the course of the night. This is the map of all of the locations for Theater in the Bush. And this is where all the performances happen. And the audience spends 10 minutes at each of these locations. They have a guide. The guide takes them to a location. We hear the bell ring. The audience sees the 10-minute show, and then we hear the bell ring, and the show is over. Then they walk to the next spot. Just wanted to do something really close to home, because we had 2 young kids, and I didn't want to go too far, but I also needed to get back to work. And so I invited some friends over to do a performance and gave them 5 tickets each, and they gave those tickets away, and those were our first performers and our first audience.
I've noticed a lot of extension cords. Like, seriously, how many of these things do you need to power Theater in the Bush?
A lot. Everything comes from the house. So all the extension cords get plugged into the house, and every location has light or sound requirements. So yeah, we have hundreds, literally hundreds of feet of extension cords. This is my life. We just thought it would be a one-off, but here we are, 15 years later.
It's not a one-off. Like, how popular has this become?
Super popular. Yeah, we used to do tickets as first come, first serve, but we've had to since switch to a lottery system because hundreds of people would like to come. And we just really just want to do it for one night. And that's for me, that's part of the magic of it. It is really the best. Yeah, I just love it. And I get to spend, I clock my kilometers on my phone, and I end up walking like 15 kilometers a day in the week leading up to the show, just around here, like just just around this little piece of property. They come 1 week before the performance and they draw their location out of the hat, and then they have 1 week to make their show. And there's an energy to that. So, over the course of that week, they're building up, they're thinking about the audience, they're thinking about how am I going to interact with the audience. It's not like the black box theater show where everyone is facing in one direction. You can totally play with the conventions of theater. It's kind of a little bit out of your comfort zone. It's a little bit of a walk in the woods, but then it's also like you get to see a performance that was created in a very short time. We never created it with the intention of it being a moneymaker or it being, success wasn't our final goal. It was just to entertain ourselves. So I think that bringing that joy to it and sort of that intention to it has been part of it. The success of it is that our final goal is just to have a good time.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/. Thank you for watching. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a great weekend.